What's going on, everybody? Welcome to episode 18 of our Burr Youth Career Mode, and today we are going to finish out the calendar year in games, and we can start one up now. We are right outside the promotion spots, is where we want to be, though the start of the season hasn't been exactly where I would like it to be. And a 1-1 here is not a bad result away in Wales. So this episode, we are going to play those games, obviously, but we're also going to possibly be looking for a left winger, as well as something to do with Will Collins, who is again out for 8 weeks with another injury, and it's getting super annoying with him, because while everyone else gets hurt, he gets hurt for huge chunks of time, and he's been getting hurt a lot. Let's go to England and see if we can find a possible replacement in a region. Anyone in the 70, 71-ish range would be good, because we'll be able to train that person up. Will Collins is 75 overall, which isn't out of the blue. Nothing in England. Maybe we can try a smaller league. We'll try the Brazilian league and see. Some of the smaller leagues, yeah, they get youth players in quicker. Yeah, so when everybody is done scouting, whatever they're scouting at the moment, though they should be done. Let's take a look at the hub. 67 overall. He's 21 already. 62 overall. He's coming in, last episode, if you don't remember. He can play striker too, which is neat, but let's see. Let's remove these guys from the report. I don't need them right now. What I do need is for some scouts to be available, so I don't understand why they're busy. I get rather annoyed with this. Maybe if I get a scout. No, they're youth scouts. That's the issue. I'm just missing something. I have to be missing something. Manage scout. What if we recall the scout? He'll be available in 2 days. So at the end of the week, we'll try and see if we can just get him to scout the players we want to scout particularly. We're still 1 point back of Millwall, who are in 6th. Alright, let's get these guys trained up. Lang getting close to 77. Morales has passed up 83 and is now on his way toward 84. Ward is coming along nicely as well. Alright, so let's go to search players. Alright, so we'll ask him to scout these cams in here. See if any of these Brazilian ones will come along here. The best thing about the Brazilian ones is these guys should be playing. That's what we're looking for, players who are already playing. So we'll try those 5 or 6, and we'll see when he gets those reports in. Should be in 14 days, I think it is. So we'll see. But forward we go. We got Preston next. This is a big old game here. Can't lose this. We are at home. Let's see what can happen. I would like Collins back, but as I said, we need someone who's going to be fit. And a 3-1 victory, though Bauer looks like he's picked up an injury. Hopefully that is not too bad. 4 months. Okay, 4 months for Bauer. Will Collins is back, which is just freaking great. What if, since Morales is... What if I do this? What if I played Morales up front with 99 finishing, 99 attacking? This positioning is not great, but 4 months is a bit of a pain. If that doesn't work for a game or two, we'll change it back up to Bennett. Bauer offer here. We'll move Bennett forward, though. Let's see if we can get Bennett some training. Yeah. Bennett can definitely use the training. So we are 1 point back of these people now. Let's see what happens. I did not play. That kid who asked to play, and then he was happy about it anyway, so we'll see. Luton Town, a couple of decent wins. And a 1-0 victory here. That is good. We do need the wins. And Morris up front hasn't ruined it yet. We got Sheffield next, and we are into the top 6, which is good. As you can see, Brentford and Nottingham, I don't know who's in first, but those two are on 28. We're going to have a little bit to catch them. Sheffield not in a great run of form, though they just beat Bolton. We are at home, a 1-0 victory there. Okay, we'll see what happens with Morris. We'll try another game or two there. Let's see Bennett get a little bit better. His finishing at 59 is not very good, is it? But if we can keep training Bennett, maybe in a month he'll be ready to roll in that position. I mean, he may be ready to roll in that position now. Got Queen's Park coming. Not worried about that. We'll check out the youth scout report things when they come back. We're not going to do them every month now, considering what's going on in our youth academy, where the only players really left are really good, so we don't need every month to bring in 12 players, you know. And a 3-2 victory there. Morales gets a goal. Not bad. We'll keep him in there for a little bit while we train Bennett up just a little bit more. Up to 67 overall there, big jump. That's coming along nicely. I'd like that finishing to get up just a little bit more before I pop Bennett in. I know, Morris, but we're probably going to move you on come January. It doesn't look like we are need you even in circumstances like this. We're 2 back of Brentford, 5 back of Forest. Okay, so here we go. Let's take a look at these. Reject. See, unless it's 94 at the moment, we don't bring these players in. We can bring him in at 93. He's 17. We don't bring those in either. This is why I didn't mind keeping it off. All these players would have fallen back a bit in our... It's easy in our academy. It's easier to go about it this way. A lot of nothing. A lot of nothing. Ooh, hello. Had one in there. Nothing. He might be pretty decent. Oh, he went to gank. That's the one who went to gank. That one was 94. Let's see the couple of 94s who are 17. He's 15. Take him. He's 17 also. We don't do 17. Okay, so here we are. Where are we now? 9 back of Forest. Oh no, we're not. See, we're at 29. I was reading Millwall. 2 back of Brentford, 5 back of Forest. And we've got Brentford right now. So a big old game right here. At some point we're going to get those things back, surely. Our scout reports. And our home to Brentford too. This is a massive game. Can Moraes up front deliver a 1-1? At least we didn't lose that one. Moraes did score, but we did not lose that one, which is pretty big. So if we needed. Everyone coming along nicely. Moraes is struggling to move forward, but we're going to keep him moving forward. The man is absurdly good. We got Millwall, another big old game. Another big old game. This one's away from home. Who's on this Millwall team now? Anybody I recognize? Been playing for a couple years now. Oh, good. Most of them. These are all... I'm not sure about the front two, but Everyone else is pretty much a Liverpool player still, as Moore gives them the lead, but Collins comes from the death and grabs us a point. Another important point, we couldn't have lost any of those games, and I suppose we didn't. And we didn't really lose ground either on the people behind us, which is really good. Ball control up to 96 for Morales. We're going to try Bennett now, I think. It's not like he's getting tons of goals up here. And Bennett. Carter has passed up Kelly. Let's see if we can get some goals out of Bennett. We need him to get some goals. And we've got a bit of time to rest, which is good as well. Players suspended. We've got Burnley next, who aren't even near the top there. I haven't seen Burnley on the... Ah, our scout reports have also come too, so let's sim this. I don't know who got suspended, but... Oh, it was Perez. Okay. Burnley showing us that it doesn't matter if we see them on the table. Where are they? Look at Burnley before that game, right toward the bottom. And they beat us 2-0. Aggravating. Suspension over for Lulich. Alright, so let's get some of let's see what we got here. 65 at 20 is not great. Ooh. Oh, he's 30. For God's sake! That is not what I was hoping for. None of those players were really good enough, were they? Let's do this. Get this moving. Bennett moves up. 68 overall. Bennett's coming along rather nicely. If we can get him into a good spot while Bauer's out, we may not need to rush to get a striker, because we do need a winger to start. Let's go to transfers. Search players. We'll try scouting reports in a different country. Doesn't matter which, does it? As long as they're playing. We'll try the championship. Let's see if we can find a couple in here, and there's found 2 already. Not too much in the championship. Not too bad. A couple of players in there. Nothing awful. Let's try the Bundesliga. I don't think we tried them yet either. Almiron at Stuttgart. Not a ton. His face is shrunken in. Lois Lanzini, Wolfsburg. Talisca's also at Wolfsburg, as is Ziyech. All the attacking midfielders. Okay, so let's try left wing also. See if we can find a couple here while we're at it. No, nothing there. Jeez. We're just gonna go until we fill up our scouts. Nothing. Left wing is... I hate how left wing and left midfield are not just connected together anymore. In anything, really. He's already shortlisted. He's 67. We tried these. Okay. Not in Syria. What do we got here? Alright, let's try the Portuguese league. From Braga. And we're going to have a lot of players to look at, which is good. Alright, so let's jump on into moving forward a little bit. Hoping to find something a little bit better in our scouting ventures. So hopefully we can get something good. So what do we got next? Is Sheffield United. Hopefully we can get a win, get ourselves back on track. A couple draws and a loss lately. Sheffield United, though. Away from home. We got to start winning a couple games here and there away from home. They're on a decent run of form as well. Though we did get the win late. And finally we take advantage of someone with a red card. Jesus. Happened a couple times and we got nothing. Another decent amount of time in between. It's good for the time in between because while the way we simulate and stuff like that, players don't get a ton of break and they do get injured more often than they should. But we'll see. And here we are, Bury. 4 points back at Brentford now. We've got Norwich to come. We're always a bit of a pain. Final scout report on you. Not good enough. We'll hold off on these. Okay, let's see if we can beat Norwich. Stop making requests. You guys play when I play you. They're on a decent run of form as well. And a 1-1. We gotta win some of these home games against these bigger teams because we're gonna go away from home and not beat them come the second half of the season. So when we get these opportunities at home, we really gotta win these games. I feel like I'm wasting our time a little bit with Moraes over there in the training. We could be moving someone else forward, but not so sure. We'll see if we can. We'll see if we get rid of him and bring in a left wing, perhaps, to try that spot, or we'll just hold off until the left wing comes in January, and then we'll put the left wing in that spot there, and we'll try it that way. No. 64. How old were you? 20. No. Not good enough. Eventually, deep enough into this, we're going to have players who hit that mark that are good enough to come in. We may be a little bit too early at that point. Derby have drawn 4 in a row. A 0-0. And here we are down to 6, and that is what I was getting worried about if we don't pick up points. Not good. As Bennett keeps coming along nicely. Hopefully Bauer will be back soon, though. Forest are only 3 points ahead of us there, but there are a couple teams behind us within 2. It seems there are more and more big teams in here than there should be. Villa coming up next. We've got some more scout reports. Let's see. 67. He's 22 already. See, he's 67 at 18. That's not bad. What about you? 67 at 19. And you are 68 at 21. We may do something with that 67 overall, who's 18. Well, hopefully Sis has grown. We'll check that out next episode. If Sis has grown enough, and we may be able to push him on. We may bring them both in if they're both ready to play, or both ready to grow. A 1-0 victory late, needed that. If they're both ready to grow, then we may move one of ours out and bring both of them in, and do it that way, perhaps, and just take the overall decrease just for a month or two before they pass up what would be in that spot. We'll have to see. But let's just get to the end of the month here before we do anything with these players here. That'll be a January thing, and we'll see what happens when the other kid comes in. And we'll get Moraes off the training and do it that way. Barnsley, 5 points from their last 3. Can we grab the win? 2-2. Came back from behind twice, which is decent enough, but not great. We're 3 points ahead of Millwall, who are in 7th, which is decent. 1 point back of Brentford, who have fallen off. We're actually in a... This is weird. We're in a... Damn it, you see Collins? He's not up for it, is he? He's such a pain. I'm going to find a replacement for you one day, Collins. You're at 76 overall. Someone's going to overpay, and I'm going to have a replacement for you, and that's just what's going to happen because you are an absolute pain in the ass. Though I guess if it doesn't get him injured, that'll do. But I don't know. It's just he's always asking for time off, or he's always hurt. Absolute pain. And we beat Birmingham. We needed to beat Birmingham. Another red card on the opposite team. We haven't had any red cards. I don't think we've had suspensions for too many yellows, but I don't think we've gotten a red card yet. All right, let's get Collins back into the team. Still got a decent amount of money in there. In the bank, 8 million in the transfer budget, which is not too bad. Okay. Morales is really close to 84, though I'm not too worried about it, am I? He's just incredibly good. He's going to be around a long time. We've got 2 games left here. Youth player wants out. One called Owen. Where are we here? Which one is Owen? Owen Martin. Not worried about him, he can go. Release. Release. Maybe we can bring him up. Isaac Shaw. Maybe we can bring him up and get him training now. And maybe by the end of the year he's caught what's his name up? Collins. Maybe we can do it that way. Let's try it. Alright, let's get to the end here. And then we'll get into January just to trade out. Oh, God, Bolton with a bloody penalty in the 85th minute. And we'll try out those 2 wingers in the growth system and the training. Contract accepted. Oh, okay. Great job with the youth program. You're welcome. And Collins may have half a year left here before we cash in and grab a ton of money because he was getting some huge bids at one point. And what is this? The FA Cup? I'll be glad to go out of here right now if you want to go ahead and do that. Good. Good, good. Well, they wanted us to go up a little bit in the FA Cup, but I'm not overly worried if we can do the rest of it. It's not that big a deal, especially considering we're in playoff contention, which is where they wanted us to be. Alright, the office. Got a job offer. Okay, Sis has joined us. And Morris can go. We're gonna let Morris go. Squad hub. Let's go find Morris. He was good. He was a good servant, Morris, but he wasn't gonna grow a ton more. And what we needed. Alright, let's change this out. So let's get you out. Delete. Get Lang out there too. And we'll bring in Sis. He did grow a little bit while he was gone, which is good. We'll try getting you forward. And then we'll try the attacking midfielder. Where is he? Not Collins. Not you. Shaw. And we'll see if we can get those 2 up and into first team contention before the end of the year. And that'll put us in a good spot. And then when Bennett's going to keep on going until Bauer comes back. When Bauer comes back, we'll keep Bauer going because I want Bauer to be really good. But guys, that is going to be the end of this episode. Next episode, we'll see if we buy that other winger perhaps, and then maybe move Kelly or Carter on, and then we'll see what happens from there. I believe we're pretty decent at the moment when it comes to the squad. Maybe another striker, but we'll see. But guys, that's going to be the end of this episode. I hope you folks have enjoyed it. Stay tuned for more, and peace.